Hello everybody. I want to do a video on my crappie fishing at Lake Arlington. It's July, very hot out there. I went fishing yesterday on July 30th, 2016. But the timestamp on the video is wrong. The battery's dead on the video camera, so it won't save the date. So I plan on rectifying that with a new battery, by the way. So anyway, I just want to show you all the crappie I caught yesterday and how I crappie fish. I crappie fish in the middle of summer. I learned this by, watching a lot of videos and listening to a lot of people that know what they're talking about. And I usually fish deep water, 15 to 20 foot deep. I fish with minnows. I've only been fishing about 10 years, so I haven't been doing it all my life or nothing like that, so I haven't even learned how to jig fish. I have so much luck with minnows, I just fish with minnows, so I enjoy it. And like I said, I fish brush pile out in the middle of a lake, man-made or natural, about 15 to 22 foot deep. And some of this structure I sunk myself. I call them crappie condos. And you make them out of PVC and you sink them, and they become a fish habitat. So I want to show you the video. What I'm going to do is explain a little bit about how I do it, called bottom bumping, and then I'm going to just cut to every time I catch a fish. I caught a lot of little ones yesterday, and but I caught 14 keepers. And here's how I do it: is I fish with a depth finder. It doesn't have to be very expensive, but what I really like is my trolling motor. It has electronic anchoring, and once you get to your spot, you just push a button, and that trolling motor just stays there. If the wind's not very high, it stays there really well, and you don't have to worry about anything. All you got to worry about is fishing. And so you mark your spot on your depth finder, and that trolling motor keeps you there. I'm telling you, it's the way to fish. Okay, so let's head out to Lake Arlington and do some fishing. Maybe I could teach you something, maybe you could teach me something, but let's go. Alright, here's the first recording on Lake Arlington. I've got my motor guide, 10-point trolling motor over here that has electronic anchoring when I get to my spot. As a matter of fact, I got it going to my spot automatically. Number one spot is my early in the morning spot usually. A little shallower than normal. Summertime fishing. I don't use jigs just yet, but I will one of these days. What I use, and I'll show you here, and I'll show you why. I was taught this about 10 years ago. I use, swing this around. I use about a ½ ounce lead weight. I put this leader on here with a number 2 hook on here. About, 15 to 20 inches up from the hook weight. And the reason for this is that use it when you're fishing with crappie. Use this very lightweight rod, and when the crappie bite, it won't move this weight. You'll feel that instead of the weight moving, the crappie will pull the bait on this hook, and the tip of your rod, you'll feel it. It'll either, a lot of times they'll bite up and your rod will relax. So what I do is I put this weight, is I let it go all the way to the bottom, and I do what they call bottom bumping. So I just kind of, sometimes I'll reel up a couple of, but most of the time I bump the bottom, and I have a whole lot of luck doing it that way. So let me find my spot, and then we'll commence the fishing. This is Lake Arlington, by the way. Early in the morning. Let's see here. Get my. What I do is I've got brush piles marked down here, marked on my GPS, my depth finder. And when I see the brush pile, I'll throw out one of these marker buoys. I'm going to push the anchor on my trolling motor, and we should anchor within this area. That's what I love about this trolling motor, is the anchor part. Back around here a little bit. Foot. Whoa! I got a bite there, buddy. Big one. There's a crappie. Wow, he bit hard. He's not very big. Didn't see him there. Definitely is a crappie. Little thing. Man, he bit like he was hungry. He swallowed like a. I'll never get that out. Put a new hook on here. Got another one. I finally got one up. Seems to be like a little fighter. Got another one. This might be a keeper. There he is. Got another crappie. This one looks like he might be a keeper. What do you think of that? This is a keeper. He's going home with me. Not a big one, but he is a keeper. Got another one. Got me another one. They're awful small, so they are crappie. He's not a keeper. Whoa! He got my bait. The old bait's gone. I know. I felt that the weight just lifted off my line. It became weightless, and then is gone. Got one there. Another small crappie. Another one. I've heard people tell me that if small crappie a lot of times hanging around with each other, and the big crappie do too. Big crappie hang with themselves, and the little crappie hang with. I've heard that. It looks like it's about true there. The one thing I'm doing, I am catching crappie, and that's my objective. So I'm not unhappy. I'll probably catch enough to go home and clean probably about 5, 6, 7, and I'm happy with that. I don't like cleaning about 50 fish anyway, or 25 or whatever. 25 is the limit. Over about 300 yards over there, Lake Arlington, sunk some brush pile, and they got a buoy out there. You can see it. I catch crappie on that a lot. We'll probably go there before the day's over with. Got me another one. This one feels like it might be a keeper. Yeah, that's definitely a keeper. That, my friends, is a keeper right there. He almost swallowed my hook. Hate when that happens. See if I can get that hook out of him. That's definitely eater size right there. See if I can get this guy out. I don't think I can. Yeah, he swallowed that hook. I have to cut this hook too. Oh, I wish they'd quit gulping them so hard. It makes two. Hey, another thing, it was just something I started and I got used to it, so I just fish with it. I fish with this braided line, and it's tough. This is a 20-pound test, but it's the size of a 6-pound test. I'm not saying it's any better than regular line, mono line, but I just got used to it, so I just fish with it. One thing is good about it, that if you get your hook caught, not your weight, but if you get your hook caught, you can wrap your hand around, pull it off, and it'll pull this off instead of pulling your weight off. So when you pull it up, you'll still have your weight, but you just have to put a new hook on. Makes it kind of convenient. I had a couple of guys. I just started fishing about 10 years ago. I went to work, I took this new job, and these two guys have been fishing crappie all their life. And they'd fish with minnows and they'd fish with jigs, but they kind of got me hooked. I've been through about this is my third or fourth boat I went through a bunch of old outboards I kept having to work on. Finally got tired of working on them, so I got me a small boat here, and I just went and bought me a 20 horse, something I could afford. A brand new one last year. It's the people that make the Mercuries. I can't pronounce it. It's Tohatsu. They make these small Mercuries, but it cost me about $3,000 or $4,000. If something really ever happens to that motor, I can scrounge up enough money to buy me another one. So actually, what happened was I had like about a 90 horse. And these old ones, they go bad on me, and I started trying to price them, and I'm thinking, you're looking at $10,000, $20,000 for an outboard motor, and I'm like, I scaled down my boat so I could buy a smaller outboard, and if I get a new boat, I'll just stick that motor out there, and it does exactly what I need it to do. I don't bass fish or nothing, so it does everything I need it to do. So I bought this boat for like $750, and it had a 20 horse on it, old two-stroke that ran just fine, but I wanted a brand new one. So for the $750, I bought this boat and got a new motor, and now hopefully I'll be set for life. Let's catch some crappie. There he is. Another crappie, but not a keeper, but he is a crappie. There he is. Maybe somebody on YouTube can tell me. Sometimes I've been catching these crappies and I'm pitching them back in the water and they're just floating. I don't know. Maybe y'all can give me an answer on why they do that. Are they in shock? What do I need to do to keep from putting them in shock or whatever? I got one over here that I just let go. He's just floating. Maybe it's the one that swallowed that hook. I don't know. There it is already. Another small one. Even though I'm catching these small ones, I'm going to try one more time. If I get another small one, I'm going to another spot. If I can't get some bigger ones. Already got one. The small ones are stacked up here, man. Check that out. I'm catching these small ones like crazy today. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I've got some of my brush piles marked, so what I have to do is I'm gonna push number 2. We're going to my 3rd one now. Go number 2. See, the trolling motor will just take us there. Gotta find its spot, its way. There we go. Hopefully there's some bigger crappie over here. Let's see. I think I see one of my condos on the screen right now. I already caught one. I just put it in the water. They're stacked up there. This looks like a keeper too. Small keeper, but looks like a keeper maybe. Huh? What do you think about that? Wow, that's good. That looks like that might be worth putting in a frying pan. Yep. That's frying pan material right there. I've got 3. Well, that got pulled hard. That looks like a small keeper right there. I caught a couple 14-incher and over a 15-incher over here earlier last month. I'd like to catch another big one like that. This is a keeper. Almost 11 inches. I just love this kind of fishing. It's easy and relaxing, and it produces. Found me a new hobby about a week ago. You've probably heard of it, Pokemon Go. Tonight after I clean these fish, I'll probably go out hunting for some Pokemon. Got me one. Got me another one. Oh, that's a little crappie. Oh, I hooked him by accident or something. Where's the bait at? But look, he's hooked in the, what do they call that, a foul? I just hooked him by accident. He just swam into the hook. Wow, he swam into it good too, man. What happened there? Try it again, Sam. Whoa! That's a big one. Well, they sure bite like they're no tomorrow, some of these smaller ones. Yeah, looks like I can get this hook out. Well, that's a biter there, buddy. Still a small one. Fish. That definitely is a keeper. They make fish sticks, like Mom used to make. Those fish sticks in the frozen section, that's what those will make. You know, I'm not complaining about small fish, I'm catching fish, alright? Got one. I can tell he's not very big. Well, maybe it's not. But he is a crappie. Got it. Another crappie. Another small one. Another crappie. Let's head. Crappie. There he is, right here at the fountain. That looks like a keeper. Small keeper, but a keeper. Oh, he's fired, man. Wow, right off the bat. I didn't even get it on the, get it set when I caught a crappie right there. You're on the spot for sure. crappie. Oh, they're still biting here. I'm going to go to the side of the lake just for the heck of it because I'm curious what's going on over there, even though they're still biting here. That guy, that's another keeper. Yep. I got one kind of tail up there over 10 inches. Just by eyeballing. They're still biting, but I'm going to head to the other side. I want to see. Lake Arlington has sunk some brush pile over here. I want to go over and look at it. Okay, we're on the other side of the lake, and we're at where Lake Arlington put in some brush piles. The buoy's gone, but I found it on my net finder, so we're going to fish this, see if there's any crappie here. Actually, over by the power plant, there's a big fence here. You can't get in there. This is the intake to the power plant. Take this jacket off, it gets too warm. We got a few minnows left, so we'll use them here, I guess. Got one. Good. That's a keeper. Got one. Okay. I almost swallowed my hook. Got another one. Come on, buddy. I don't know. Another dinky. I'd like to get one of them big ones, but just ain't any big ones. Wow. And I have fun doing this. And there's another. There he is. I don't think he's a keeper. Got another one, just got kind of heavy. just felt weird. There's another one. Oops, there's another one. Well, another, I think they're smaller over here. Nothing. Oh, keeper. 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 Try to save this guy from swallowing this hook. They got one, dead minnow. Got him a dead minnow. He's not a keeper though. Another one. He ain't a keeper though. Y'all crappie fishing? Well, that's it for the day. I ran out of minnows. I fished with about the last half hour. I fished with a bunch of dead minnows. Never biting them, so I kept fishing until I ran out of dead minnows.